Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you.
What's up? You really like that?
Let's shut up and grab some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Monday morning here in the studio. Got a great one loaded up for you here today as we take a look at this Texas offense versus Kentucky. Jonathan, a lot of people ask, what do I want of this network, or where do I want this network to go, or what have you, right? I get asked that all the time. I think my number one goal for this network is to answer the why. Why does this happen? Why does our offense struggle? Why is our defense great? Why is this? Why is that, right? A lot of people do the how and the what's and all that good stuff. We do the why around here with the film. So if you're a Texas fan and you are specifically looking for the why does our offense stink? What is going on? We're going to look at it today and we're going to address it, right? Most fans don't want that, though. That's the thing. Most fans just want the highlights and all that good stuff. So if you're a fan of the Texas Longhorns today and you have sought this one out and you're going to watch this one, you want to know how your football team can get better, and that is the key. We love fans like that. We are the place for fans like that, and we're excited to do this with you guys today. Hey, we got a couple of rules around here. All right, if you learned anything about the game of football, you must subscribe today. If you learned anything about your favorite football team, you must subscribe today. If you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. We have found this over the years. We started as a Georgia channel. Obviously, we've grown. We continue to be rooted here in Georgia. Do a lot of Georgia content, obviously, Jonathan. But we have found this when Georgia takes tough losses or have tough performances. It's almost like a pain watch. Most people are like, I'm not watching that. Some people are like, I'm getting after that. We have some fan bases that are like that. However, like I have found Alabama fans really want to know the why after a loss or even after a win. Hey, let's find out the why today right here. I'm going to tell you why your run game is relatively poor right now. First and foremost, everybody knows y'all are not as good at tight end, particularly in the receiving department. But I don't think you're as good blocking this year as you've been in years prior either. And you'll find out today. You'll see that today. But everybody knows the issues at left guard. But these are the issues we can't have, all right? They're trying to run duo right here, going to motion both tight ends over, all right? And what is duo, okay? Duo is a play where we are working double teams, all right, working surfaces this way, and then trying to create a crease with our tight ends and our wide receivers over here, allowing the back, right, to hit ultimately B-gap and beyond back here. Now, let's take a look at the left guard. He's supposed to be working through the nose to number 3, all right, on a good natural path to number 3. Now, as an offensive lineman, it's important we understand the concepts of every play that we are running, not just what our responsibility is, but where we are trying to go. What is the mission of the play? I just told you, the mission of the play is over here. Why is that important? Well, we know that if that's the mission, right, if that's the action of the play, ultimately number 3 is going to go where? He's going to work his butt that way, all right? So as a left guard right here, we got to have our eyes right and angle correct to make sure that when we get there, we're not getting there with the guy 2 yards to our play side shoulder, okay? He ultimately runs over and makes the play, and now what could have or maybe should have been a potential 7, 8, 9 yard run into the safety's lap, right, to start the football game is ultimately a 3-yard gain, and now it's 2nd and 7, okay? So that's how we ultimately end up inefficient, right? All these coaches all the time talk about do your job. That's an example of, quote-unquote, doing your job. I need you to do your job and have better eyes. All right, now, speaking of that, quarterback, we got what we call cheat motion around here, right? And I think everybody calls it that. We're going to get the wide receiver in motion, snap the football, and get him running up the field. We're going to roll the quarterback to his right here as the ball is snapped. Now, a lot of leverage right here, right, Jonathan? We know we got to come back over here. We know it's probably number 1 reading the progression. We also know we got flood and deep overs coming all the time from Texas's offense, don't we? All right, so that's late in the progression. Early in the progression, it's going to be right here. It's 2nd and 7. I believe this play is called to be thrown now. All right, so watch what happens right here, Jonathan. We get outside the pocket. We're ready to throw. I think that ball needs to be thrown right now. I think that is the primary call. I watched openers get called it like this in college football all the time. We just watched it yesterday with Georgia. Same exact opener to Zachariah Branch. Throw the ball. It's called to be thrown. Instead, we're going to wait for this deep over to open up. And I'm going to tell you what, these Kentucky football players, look at that. Look at that immediate, did you see that bump from all these secondary level defenders as soon as he got outside of the pocket? Look at these two flat hook curl players, right? Look at these two players. As soon as he gets outside of the pocket, boom, they expand, get deep because they know deep overs is ultimately working. All right, now, should this ball be caught? Let's talk about this. I think it gets tipped. I think it gets tipped. Rolls him out right. I think 90 gets a hand on it right there, and it starts fluttering on him. We see this all the time when we watch Texas tape, okay? We see this all the time. I want you to watch this guy's reaction. I think, no, it's this one. Watch this this corner. It might be a corner because they're in 3x1. It might be the nickel. Look at him ready for this switch release and prepared to take this inside deep over. Look at his leverage, right? They actually might be playing some type of zone, Jonathan. I like this bracket either way. I like everything that they got over here with this 3/2. But either way, we are absolutely covered, and great job right here by Arch, noticing that we are, okay? Taking off using my legs. He's at least trusting his eyes and his legs, Jonathan, in pockets when he sees creases. When he starts seeing, things open up for him, he's immediately taking off and using his legs. Bang, go now. Uh-oh. Don't be doing that to me. I don't think he got away with a hold there, Baker. I think that's clean. All right. I love sitting in offensive meetings in these football voyages, Jonathan, because I start hearing terminology and things that, I take to my film studies. I bring to you guys. Exit strategy. Got to have a really, really good exit strategy as a quarterback. We got to know where our concepts are. If all of our concepts are working to our left, we better not be scrambling to our right. Do we all understand that? We need to be running to our concepts. We don't need to be running, unless it's man-to-man coverage, unless we're running to grass. This is not one of those situations. We're going to be running into two defenders, all right? But it's very, very important that if we are going to leave a pocket, if we are going to flush out of a pocket, we better be flushing the concepts. We better be getting to an area of the field where we know we got work, all right? So here's the deal. He's working this way. He's going to ultimately work this way. I think he's sitting down and he's running vertical. And we got to check down over here. All right, what we don't have is anything over here for us to work to, and we will ultimately have Kentucky defenders over there. So we don't need to be running out of what I would deem to be a relatively clean pocket for the first time all day, and probably should be ripping the stick right now to the tight end, okay? But probably shouldn't be leaving the pocket early. We do. We throw it away. Now we chunk it down. All right? We chunk it down, and I think we complete 47% of our balls in this football game, Jonathan. I think if you look that up for me, and I think most of that, looking back at it late last night, when I watched the film, a lot of that was stuff like this, avoiding sacks, trying to get rid of the football, and some of it was certainly we got some mechanical things to talk about today. But that is an avoidance of sack. But I think it's an avoidance of a sack that we created. Hey, give it some time, baby. Reset. We got a good tight end right here. We're the University of Texas. That's what we do. We got guys working the grass now. Reset in the pocket. It's finally clean for us. What do we have? 44%, yeah. We're going to see some of it, though. We're going to see some of it. I do not like our exit strategy. I think we misread it, and I think we also flushed the pocket. Jonathan, now that you're not rushed in Google, you tell me. I think we need to take our 3-step, give one hitch, allow this tight end to work to grass right here on this stick route, if you will, all right, on second down right here. I think we're trying to get to third and medium. Oh, we're rushing right out of a clean pocket, and I think we finally have grass right here. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Here's what I am not for. All right, and this ain't an Arch thing. This is a me philosophy thing. I decided this late last night. If I'm on the comms as a head football coach, or if I'm calling plays as the head football coach, which we have always said we do not agree with. If you're a head football coach in college football, you should be managing everything All right, you should not be managing one department calling plays in the football game. It's too much. Too much going on, too many variables. That being said, if I'm on the headsets and I hear my offensive coordinator on my side of the field on any down call a trick play, I'm on the comms immediately saying, no, sir. We are first play plus territory trick play team, period, point blank. I don't care if we have tendencies about it. We're only going to run like 4 or 5 of them a year. If you build an offense off that, get the hell up off my staff. You ain't playing, right? Like that's how it is. So first and foremost, like just me, don't agree with this. It's 3rd and 3, ball's on our own 39, and we're about to get tricky? We need to be base install right here. If anything, if we want to quote unquote help the quarterback out, let's get to some vanilla ice cream. Let's not be out here doing the chocolate sundae with the sprinkles on 3rd and 3. All right. I think this is too much in my opinion, and it gets covered. I mean, it's absolutely covered. We almost turned the ball over. I'm sitting here last night, and sometimes if you're not paying attention at these away games, they're out here 3rd and 3 in you, or you're not putting the down the distance up in time. It took me a while to realize this was 3rd and 3, and they're calling this. And I realized, oh, wait, whoa, he put the ball at risk. Well, yeah, he put the ball at risk. It's 3rd and 3. He's trying to compete. He's trying to compete downfield. But we got guys in our face, as usual out here because, look, man, there's one rule on trick plays. You cannot stop as an offensive lineman. You can't. All right? And I think, in my opinion, how do we let 63 or 60 dead free? I think we gave him a shove right there, did our left guard. I think we pushed him and thought the play was over. But it's a 9-second play. Like, it's going to take us a long, long time to defend this one. Also, don't really know why the quarterback or the center's peeling back like that. Unless for what we call ambulance blocking, where you're trying to put a guy on the ambulance cart, you're peeling back, looking for the guy who thinks he's got a free, runner. But I just don't know why we let a nose tackle run straight to our quarterback's face on a trick play that we know is going to require a lot of time to get off. I also don't know why we're running the trick play on 3rd and 3. In my opinion. Again, my opinion. Whew. I think it's a miss. All right. Looks to me like to be an RPO, right? We got counter working in the box. All right. We probably got some type of stop here. And then we're going to throw the go down here on the top or up here on the top of the screen. Man, we are walking by this corner. Boy, we are walking by this corner. This ball gets underthrown. All right. But we have a one-way miss here, Jonathan. We can miss this ball one way as a quarterback. We cannot miss it long, all right? If we miss it long, that's a foul ball. It don't count, all right? Basically, it's a foul ball. It don't count. If we miss it short, we got an opportunity for our wide receiver to go get a PI, right? Those are the two types of misses, and only one of them is acceptable, and that was the result right there. We do indeed get the PI here on 1st and 10. Okay, get you out of your own end. It's an important down right here for this specific possession and this game, really. Jonathan and I know more than most that you'll find here, Texas fans. This place is spooky. I don't know what it is about Lexington, Kentucky, but we've been up there with some great rosters, some national championship winning rosters that go out thinking, damn, them boys played like slop today. No, Kentucky played great. It is what it is. They do this to people. It's why Mark Stoops makes $8.5 million at Kentucky to go 5-7 because they go in a tough-ass 5-7. All right? I think his ball's underthrown, but I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Ugh. All right, we are about to get absolutely popped on this has got to be second or it's 1st and 10, and we're about to try to take a play action shot, I think. We're going to get absolutely cooked here from center to right guard over. We're calling a different stunt. All right, this is what I will tell you this much. Teams that know the offensive line is calling protections, defenses that know that, I watch them. They get a lot more exotic because they know the quarterback doesn't have an opportunity to change anything. He's not controlling anything. They don't look to me like the quarterback is controlling pressures and controlling protections, which he shouldn't be. It's too early in his career. He's got too much going on anyways right now. We need to settle him down. So this is what happens to you, though, in my opinion, okay? what's going to happen here is the nickel's going to fire Jonathan, which is going to make the quarterback ultimately hot. We're not going to have enough football players for him in the protection. You'll see that. I wanted to show you that from the wide, but here's what I'm talking about. Watch the center, right guard, and right tackle. Okay, call what we call in this channel a fan. All right, he's going to send this three-man protection this way, right? Because they think 12 might be the threat. In reality, what they don't know is 25 is ultimately the threat. 12's backing out. So they're going to send the three-man slide this way, and Kentucky is now going to have 1, 2, and 3, potentially 4 with the nickel on a two-man slide towards the left. All right, obviously, I think the back's in the protection here. Okay, the back is in protection. All right, and we get it clean. We do get it clean, but the left guard has his eyes in the wrong spot again. All right, we're going out right now. We got to take our down lineman. We do not need to be worried about the nickel that's coming into the box right now. We need to go put our hands on number 94 and help trade off this stunt out here, man. We're making our left tackle look really, really bad because our eyes are really, really bad. Our eyes are really, really bad. We don't need to have our eyes there, okay? Don't worry about it. We got a back in the protection. We're in a six-man pass pro, all right? Bigs block bigs, little block little. I mean, it's a great job by Wisner even finding it because that guy's not in the call, right? We called Mike 12. You're on number 7. Great job alerting to number 25. And once you give up a sack like that, it's 2nd and 20. You might. I wish that's what analytical nerds need to be doing. Y'all need to be out here doing all the advanced stat. College football nerds, y'all listening today? Y'all need to be out here telling me how much my statistic, how much my chances to score go down when I get into a 2nd and 20. I need that because I think mentally when I see it on film, I'm like, here comes a punt every single time, especially with the way that this offensive line is currently playing. It's a good job getting the ball out and giving us a chance to get into a 3rd and 12. Let's talk. I don't want to get bogged down here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get bogged down, Jonathan. All right, let's go from left tackle over. All right, I think the left tackle oversets here. So says my notes. Left tackle is oversetting. So give me a downset hut here for me, Arch. Downset hut. Thank you, sir. All right, I think we're oversetting. I think we got a two-way go now. That guy's down our midline, is he not, Jonathan? We're not crotch to instep, are we? We're not. We don't have inside leverage on him. As a left tackle, we need to have inside body lean. Why? So if he's going to take an inside move, he's going to have to go through my body. Right now, if he takes an inside move, he's got space. All right, he definitely has space, and that's exactly where he goes. All right, now they're also working a stunt. So hey, left guard, we got to get back. All right, left guard, we got to get back, but we get beat clean because we get forklifted. All right, 94 does a really, really good job of getting up underneath our elbow right there. Do you see that, Jonathan? He's got his right hand up underneath our elbow, and he's going to forklift us and then dig a rip right up underneath our left armpit, okay? Bang. There it is right there. Now we're real trouble. I got to thinking about how I would coach this late last night. I think our first step has to be a little bit more diligent right there with our right foot. Okay, we kind of drag our toe. Again, I'm getting bogged down here, but it's okay. All right, we really have it. We have that 2-eye right there. Yeah, 2-eye. Yeah, he's an inside leverage of us. So we really have to step down first and collect him, put him back on our instep, like we just talked about with our left tackle. It's very important, guys, that when we're playing offensive line, we make him run through our inside leg. We make him run through our inside leg, not through our outside leg. Our inside leg is where the pocket's at, right where the middle of the pocket is. If we allow him to run through our outside leg and open our gate, we're going to give a straight line to the Q. Got way too bogged down on a 7-yard carry. That's what I do around here. I'm sorry. I think the center's playing over his toes too, Jonathan, which is, he survives the rep, but I don't think this is a good snap. I think it's a good rep from him. I mean, look how far extended we are over our toes. We're bound to get snatched down on our face like the right tackle is over here. Coach Flood got a lot to coach out there, Jonathan. Coach Flood got a lot to coach. I still think their best passing offense is required with his legs. Honestly, he's the most accurate and comfortable passer when he's out of the pocket, not thinking, just ripping. When he is inside the pocket, 3-step, 5-step, 7-step, play action, doesn't matter. RPO, when he is in the pocket in a standard, I'm throwing the ball normally, it does not look comfortable. When he's out here running, it looks great. It looks great. Some of his best balls rolling right and left are stuff like this. This is not designed. He's not called to run out of the pocket. He just flushes because he has to. The right tackle gets beat across his face, and bang. I mean, that's a dart. It's one of the best balls he'll throw all day today. Wham. I mean, the ball against Oklahoma was nuts. The ball rolling right, getting hit. Come on now. I told Jonathan, and I'll show you guys some examples today. He reminds me right now of like a plus 15 golfer. Like somebody that shoots 87 consistently, go out there and just, spray it a couple times into the woods. But a lot of the times he's like, damn, I could be good at this game. I might be great at this game. That kind of guy. That's the way he feels to me watching him. Because he'll hook you right back in every once in a while. Oh, it's such great tech right here by the corner. All right, let's talk through it. All right, we have a couple of different types of footwork right here as a quarterback, okay? We got 3 steps. We got 5 steps. Not often we got 5 steps in college football. Ty Simpson really the only one taking one right about now. So we really got 3 steps out of the gun, or we got what they call rocker step action, Jonathan off play action, right? So we can do the standard 3-step drop, 1, 2, 3, or we can get under the center and put the ball into the belly of the back and then rock one time and rip out here, right? That's called a rocker drop. One step, boom. So as a corner, we see 2 types, right? We see 1, 2, 3, or we see boom. Now, when we see boom, what do we know? Quick game right now, quick game right now, quick game right now. Right? So that's what we know as a corner specifically. This corner right here down at the bottom, in cover 3, Jonathan, he's got his butt turned to the sideline. Where are his eyes? His eyes are on the quarterback. So what's he watching? He's watching that back foot. The moment I see that back foot hit in the ground, I know I can trigger, right? Watch, boom. So bang, there's the back foot. Watch his pedal immediately. This one just hit the back foot in his drop. Look at this guy. Look at him already engaged, ready to drive right down now. Boom. Starts to trigger his feet, double pattern or double taps just a tad bit, and now he's at the catch point and breaks it up. Great play right there by the corner. That dude's tuned in, okay? Absolutely tuned in. Give you one more chance to see it back from the tight. Absolutely dialed right here, 20. Bang. Look how quick those feet are, Jonathan. Not a lot of wasted steps. All right, but now it's 3rd and 6. Down distance formation personnel. Now it's 3rd and 6. I think we catch him in man-to-man. We got a mesh beater right here. We got a great man-to-man call beater right here from the coach. Yep, we got him in man-to-man. We know we got a linebacker that was out there running with the running back, right? He's out there, and now he's going to condense back in. So, boom, we got our man-to-man indicator. We know we got him beat, all right? So now we call mesh, all right? We got Ryan Wingo running up underneath. We got a bunch of trash that his defender is ultimately going to have to run against. We got a winner right now. We just got to get it to him, and we miss it, okay? We cannot miss these types of layups in road games. We can't miss these types of layups, period, okay? Great job reading it, though. I mean, honestly, we talk about it all the time. It's not a given. Kids aren't reading mesh properly nowadays, all right? Some of them are reading it improperly. A great job getting it to the winner. We just got to hit it. And I looked multiple times last night. I do not think this defensive lineman touched this football. Do you? I think he's late. And all I think that is, if we really had a slow-mo on that ball, I told you a couple weeks ago, he has a propensity to lose the nose. All right, when we throw a football, you should have known I had a ball on me. When we throw a football, all right, it's important that we control the nose at all times. And if we lose it this way, it's going to flutter and it's going to flail. All right, if we lose it this way, we've pulled it too hard and we're going to lose it glove side, as we would say in baseball. All right, that's how we become accurate with the football. We control the nose. I mean, the importance of the spin, the importance of the spiral is because we have to control the nose. I think he loses the nose quite often. If you watch his football, it'll flutter on him this way. All right? Like that ball, if you can see, that ball is missing I mean, it's almost sideways, Jonathan. Do you see that? Where would Texas be without their screen game and without their return game right about now would be my question. Because this one, and it always does at Lexington, it's a field position, it's flipping. I tweeted about how I'd seen this game 100 times, Jonathan, how Kentucky was basically just like waiting for quarterback scramble and like short fields and stuff. Negative. That was Texas in this football game. Texas won this football game the way Kentucky normally wins these types of football games. I kid you not. They had 190 yards of total offense. Kentucky had 400 yards of total offense. You know what I mean? Like they were the ones that operated on short fields. They got turnovers defensively. They got short fields offensively and finished with points. Like that was the key. They flipped field with chunks, did Texas, and I thought it was the most important aspect of their offense. They don't win, obviously, without these types of chunks. And this is, to me, all coordinator. Like we can talk about great job offensive line, but like that's the play caller, in my opinion. And they got what, four or five of those a game on tape every time we watch them. It's just about their base of their install or their offense got to be much, much, much better. To me, he's a frantic quarterback. He's double tappy with the back foot. All right, he's double tappy with the back foot and the front foot. I was telling Jonathan about this exact play prior to our recording. All right, and I don't know really how to explain it other than to tell you to go do it. All right, go do it. Go sit in your backyard and grab a football, and before you throw it, tap your back foot twice. All right, go throw a football and step like this one time and throw it, and then the next time, instead of stepping, go and then throw it and see what happens to your results. Right? Everybody and their mama, if you ever grab a ball, you're going to throw it just like that. You're not going to go just like that. You know what I mean? You're going to be inaccurate. Ultimately, your platform's going to slide and do things it's not supposed to. This guy's a big-time overstrider right now. This guy's a big-time leaner right now, and it's because his platform does not move the way it's supposed to. It moves like that. Ooh, sorry, Jonathan. See what I mean? Look at us double tappy tap our feet, man. We are just not quite comfortable right now, and we pull that ball. Now I know we're trying to pull it away from a defender, but let's put it on his face mask, man. It's 3rd and 6. We need this bad. We need this bad, man. We got to keep the defense off the field right now. It's 1st and 10. We're trying to get into a 2nd and 5. We got no run game. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I'll show you why you don't have any run game. Oof, man, it's tough. When you don't threaten teams vertically right now, will you get their yards per play in passing attempts, Jonathan? When you don't threaten teams with your deep over post game right now, you're going to have a real tough time being an extension of the run game team. So you can't really run the ball right now. We'll talk about it. You can't really throw the ball deep right now apart from Ryan Wingo deep shots. And that means this stuff down here doesn't threaten defenses. And you'll see that based off the reaction of these two football players. They're going to come down, fight, and rally and tackle the football, man. They're going to send it. And now we're in super negatives, right? We're in super negative territory.
7.6.
7.6 yards per play through the pass?
Yards per attempt.
Ooh, where's that rank?
60th.
Okay, not terrible. Just not good. This is why they rank 60th. Because the dude's arm strength is still getting them chunks, man. That's what I'm telling you. To me, he is my golf game. There are shots in my golf game every time where I'm like, you know what? It does make sense that I spend potentially thousands of dollars a year on this stupid sport that I'm not very good at. You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense. When I watch him throw the ball sometimes, I'm like, you know what? It makes sense that I look like an idiot calling this guy potentially generational. You know what? It's okay. Look at this, man. I mean, step up. Guys all over the dirty pocket. Right into a tight pocket or right into a tight space. Great cover 3 beater by the coach, by the way. And these guys are getting so deep. This safety is supposed to be right here. He is right at the average depth of target. I mean, even then, I know we're trying to be sudden here, but look how our platform ends up. Look how spread out we are, Jonathan. Do you see that? Our front foot is, I don't know if y'all can see that. It's right there. There's our front foot. There's our back foot. We are way too wide right now. And I think we kind of jumped into that one. There we're nice and tall. All right, that's how we throw the football. Normally we take one like 4-inch step up and off the midline, and now we throw. What we don't want to look like is a pitcher trying to throw strikes. Okay. Watch these guys. Hey, we'll take a quick minute to give a shout out to our friends over at Sleeper. What a great time to be here on this network this year, but also a great time to be with our friends over at Sleeper. Go over to Sleeper today, the #1 place for daily fantasy and prop plays. Sleeper Picks is a real money product that connects friends over picks. Choose 2 to 8 of your favorite players from pregame, live, or even across different sports. Pick more than or less than the predicted stats. It's that simple. On Sleeper, you can get up to 100x payouts, share with your friends, and get rewarded today. Use promo code Brooks, as you see on the screen, on Sleeper and get 100% deposit match up to $100. Again, that's sleeper.com/promo/Brooks. Terms and conditions apply. Boys, as you know, we're about 28 minutes at the time of this ad read from the kickoff of NFL Sunday. So go ahead, run over to Sleeper right now. I'll give you permission to leave the stream actively. Go over to Sleeper, get a play in right quick, and get paid. We appreciate those folks over there at Sleeper. Again, that's promo code Brooks over there on Sleeper. We watch Georgia a lot. We watch Texas a lot. I feel like I see this more and more and more and more and more. Now, I think I see it more and more across the sport. I think 2 years ago on this network, we were pleading for hook curl players to turn and find concepts. For the love of God, will you stop just buzzing your feet where you're at off play action? It does us no good. Why don't you be a football player? These guys are being football players, man. That's a great job of playing your run responsibilities and then immediately turning around. Right here is 7. He's turning around looking for the deep over, realizes it's shallow underneath him, and turns right back around and stays on top of it. That's as good of a rep as we can possibly have. It ultimately forces what we call a dead area check down, right? We are forcing the football down into the dead area of the defense. That allows us to rally and tackle as a defense, okay? Now, this is all right, yeah, we got to have a talk. So I think DJ Lagway effed this up right before the half for Florida, too. We have 2 plays called right here. Well, really 3. You got 3 options as a quarterback. We've got the screen out here, 2 over 3. It's going to become 2 over 3. We got man-to-man coverage. They're going to flare a linebacker or a nickel or somebody with him, okay? Let me show you that picture. All right? We see that? The safety rolls over the top. We got that option down to the bottom. Allow that to, we got that option down here to the bottom. We got a one-on-one free release. Go stack him and win. Okay, if you don't, we're going to back shoulder you. If you do, we're going to throw on top of you. Or we got the quarterback draw, right? Those are the 3 options that we have. Now, how do we decide what we do? We count. We do simple math, all right? What do they look like they fitting to do, Jonathan? They fitting to get after your butt right here on 3rd and 8. They fitting to get after you, all right? So we got to beat the blitz one way or two, all right? We either got to beat it out here with numbers and space. I like our numbers and I like our space. Or we got to beat him with a dude down here. Do we like our dude? I don't know. I don't watch enough Texas. I'm not studying Texas football every single day. I know 13's his roommate, I think, right? Yep, see? Yep, I think he is. Texas fans going to tell me. So there's our options. And that's not the winner. That ain't the winner on 3rd and 8. So, like, I think Billy got booed off the field at halftime down there at Florida. And it's all because the quarterback misread it. We got young quarterbacks that we can't put into 3-step drops on 3rd and 8 because they're going to get sacked. All right? So that's the type of deal. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all out here getting short fields, getting handed the ball down at the 1 and just fighting your life to put it in. You ultimately do, though. Great job. I think this is the one that you do it with. Yeah, you punch it in right here. Ooh, that ball come out? Oh, my Lord.
Sure did.
Woo!
Yikes.
Let me guess. Is that my man? Is that my man 52 down there on the bottom always making plays? Come on. Is that Campbell? I love me some DJ Campbell. Always have. I'm biased. I was way too high on him coming out of high school. Ooh, let's talk about being tighter off the butt, Jonathan. Let's talk about being tighter off the butt, Jonathan. We got a wide zone coming out here, right? We got a wide zone with a little split action from the tight ends, okay? We're going to bring that tight end back, split him off. All right, here we go. We got a little split action going this way with wide zone concepts this way. Now, I'm going to promise you right now, every time in the history of wide zone split action it's ever hit, if it's going to hit, it's tight off the tackle's butt. It's tight off old Goosby's. All right, it's tight off the tackle's butt, and we got to be as tight as we can be off the tackle's butt. All right, if we are too wide, imagine, Jonathan, imagine if we were tight off the tackle's butt. We might be able to make that linebacker miss, but we are too wide, and now we get tackled. We got to be tight. You got to be tight. Press, tight. That's where they missed C.J. Baxter. He's still hurt, right? Hamstring? Yeah, we started messing with them ligaments in them knees. Our hamstrings starting to go too. Damn. Corner beat, or center beat rather. Center beat, left guard doesn't collect. Center beat, left guard doesn't collect. We get sacked. Play action, trying to move off the spot. I mean, we're hit immediately, guys. He ain't got a chance, Jonathan. All right, let's coach up why. I think it's a very similar situation here with our left guard. Hey man, when we got guys in our area right here, I know it's power pass, big dog. I'm well aware. I know we think we've got B gap and we're being a robot, or we think we got A gap and we're being a robot, and tackles got a B gap. And eventually, no, you got a guy crossing your face right now into A gap. That's what's happening. This defensive tackle has now worked across your face. He is yours the rest of the snap. What we cannot do is just keep floating into what we think is an expanding A gap to our right. All right, we need to collect our work now, because otherwise no one's there to do. We need to do what Goosby's doing right now. They basically have the same responsibilities. If we'll go back to the top of the snap, the responsibilities is you've got gap down, you've got gap down, you've got gap down, you're pulling around, and you've got C gap. Now, if we play that in a vacuum, it would look like, well, I'm going to block him, I'm going to just block space, I'm going to block him, and I'm going to pull around and block him. Well, hey, let's be football players today. What happens if things change on the fly? If he crosses your face, collect and wash him is the terminology. If he crosses your face, collect and wash him. Watch what Goosby does right here versus what 71 does right here. 71 allows his guy to continue to work across his face once he realizes play action pass. Defensive tackles are football players, and they got their eyes in the backfield, big dog. They know what's going on. We got to have our hands attached the entire time. You know what we would be doing in my offensive line unit, Jonathan? We'd have big-ass rice buckets. We'd have big old rice buckets, and we would be digging our hands in rice buckets and just doing forearm exercises all day. You know why? Grip strength. When I grab you, I better have you the rest of the snap. You're mine. All right. So yeah, we do it as baseball players, because that's all right there. That's all right there. Got to have big Popeye forearms at these positions, man. Got big grip strength. I think we lose the nose here. The nose of the football, not the nose of the defense. We lose him a lot in this game too. But yeah, we lose the nose here. Let's watch it. Okay. Now, should this ball be caught? It's another thing I was telling Jonathan. Okay. Y'all are not helping this kid out either. Like, offensive line's not helping him out. Wide receivers aren't making plays. Very similar timelines in terms of set for a couple years, now getting to start 7, 8, 9 games in their career. Played a little bit last year at spot starts, right? Gunner and Arch. Not to do the Georgia-Texas thing, but they're going to play in a couple weeks, and here's the reality. London Humphreys is diving all over the place making plays. Zachariah Branch is making tight window throws when USC Trojan fans told me he couldn't catch the football. Colby Young's winning one-on-ones. Dylan Bell's downfield making big-time plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are not helping the young Q out. Now, Ryan Wingo, this is a tough catch. You're a great football player. Go make the catch. We got to help the young Q out every chance we get right now when he's competing, again, from a relatively dirty pocket. Like, this ain't, I mean, it's clean right now, but it don't feel clean even when it is. To him, he probably feels like he's throwing from a damn phone booth. Now, I do think we lose the nose. Look, you can see the right tip of that football, and we're not supposed to on this snap. Now, I know it's tough on you guys' phone right now. You're probably watching the film, okay? But we're losing that nose all over the place. That ball is not spinning correctly. Third and 2 right here. They go quarterback run right here. You know who I love? I love number 2 from Kentucky. I think this guy's a lunatic. I don't know where he's from. I think he transferred there. Will you do some research on me on number 2? The last 6 or 7 times I've seen Kentucky on SEC films, I'm not going out seeking Kentucky defensive film. It just keeps happening to me. All right, and every time I watch it, number 2's playing like a lunatic. He's about 6'2", 248 pounds, and they play him like all these hybrid backers. What's his name?
His name is Sam Green. He comes from Washington, D.C., was at USC previously.
Okay, Sam Green is out here balling, okay? And I love the way that he turns this play back in. This is a selfless football play. He is just getting vertical. If we want to stop anything outside with regards to quarterback truck, which is what they're trying to run right now, they're trying to get out here, right? Pin some guys down, pull some guys out here, pin with Wingo. If we want to stop this play, we get upfield right now and we turn this sucker back in and help our teammates rally to the football. And that's exactly what 2 does. 2 turns this play back in and everybody else rallies to the ball. I think the nose also reads this really, really well. It's so hard nowadays. Back in the day, if you saw something like this, you would know that the defensive tackle just made a hellified play. Nowadays, when I see stuff like this, I never know if it's called stunt. You know, like if he's just exchanging a gap because they called him to exchange a gap. But I want to say that 94 is out here playing this type of ball. I think he reads something. I think he reads something and knows that he's about to get pinned right now, and he also turns this play back in. You tell me, Jonathan, is this a stunt or is 94 being a ball player?
Ball player.
I think it's him being a ball player. I think it's him noticing something within these 2, right? Whether it's him having his right foot drop back because he's about to pull, or whether it be him having his eyes way too far down on him. You know, sometimes them offensive linemen, they'll get in that stance. You're the 3 technique. They'll get in that stance and they'll be like this looking at you. And you're like, why are you looking at me, big dog? You know, like, because he's about to come hit you. So if he's going to block down on you and you see something maybe, hey, the knuckles aren't white. You ever see Invincible? The knuckles aren't white. He's pulling. You know, that kind of stuff. We're picking up tendencies. I hope it should be in a ball player 94. We love ball players right here, don't we, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. We love ball players right here. We love ball. Oh, man. He's an 87 golfer, dude. He is my golf game. I can't explain it to you, man. Sometimes I'll go 9 holes, Jonathan. I'll go 9 holes, spraying the damn driver all into the woods. Snap hook right, all or left, all out of sudden. Just missing, 2-way misses. And then first tee shot on 9, just right down the drive, right down the fairway. Same thing right here with my man. And ironically, I know it's a joke. I'm talking about the golf game, but in reality, they're very similar things. They're very similar things with regards to ground force, okay? They're very similar things with regards to ground force. Look at this throw. Look at this throw. About to get hit, dot. He'll just rope me back in, man. You know what that is? That's the chip shot in on from 150 out on 18, where you just been playing a hellified round all day. You just suck. You want to give your clubs the goodwill, and then you stick one within 5 feet. And then, you know, you missed the eagle putt. which is what we're about to do. We're about to miss the eagle putt, dog. I mean, woo! Come on, man. We can't be missing layups. Eagle putt. It's right there. Eagle putt. Oh, the very next snap, we just, woo. Guess what we do, Jonathan? We lose the nose. I mean, just through the ball of his year of the year right here to put us in plus territory. Coach got another chunk for us, and we just lose it. I think we're too excited he's that open. Our momentum, did you see our momentum in slow-mo kind of work up and to the right? You see that? That's where we miss. These things are connected. They're always connected. Our body's connected. Again, it's why I talk about the golf swing. The golf swing, what do we have to create force? 2 feet in the ground. When we throw a football, what do we have to create force? 2 feet in the ground. That's all we got. So if we don't move it and hold it and contain all the energy in the right place and release it right at contact point or right at release point, we're not going to be accurate. The ball's not going to go where we want it to go. What did I? Oh. All right. So this is the same play, very similar play that Anthony Richardson got blown up on in preseason. Do you remember that, Jonathan?
Yep.
All right, so we got pressures over here. All right, we're going to have to slide forward this way, which leaves the right tackle on what we call a sift, okay? He's going to have to take most dangerous man out of these two. And the most dangerous man is always going to be the most inside threat that has the most direct straight line towards the quarterback. So if he wide rushes you and he now rushes you, what do we got to do? We got to set out to the wide rush and then immediately sink back down to the now rush, right? Which is exactly what happens over here at right tackle, okay? So that's why the defensive end comes free right here. We got beat by pressure. Now, when we get beat by pressure and we have to play hot as a quarterback, we got to be ready to play hot, all right? But this is why I don't know who to fault here. I don't know who to blame because you tell me, Jonathan, if the running back runs out of the backfield like he's ready to be hot, because he damn sure don't to me. I don't see him ever turn his head around ready to be hot. So that tells me, does the tight end right here or does this X receiver over here, is he responsible for being hot? I have no idea. Nobody's looking for the football. You know what I mean? We don't have anybody. He looks for the football now. We're already hit by the hot player, as we are because he's free. So I don't know what's going on here. I don't know who's at fault. I would fault the back, then the quarterback, then the wide receiver. I mean, we're trying to compete our balls off to get that ball off, though, Jonathan. Quarterback's trying. If he would have made that shot, that's Bubba Watson hooking it over the trees, bro. Golf continuing. Whew. I mean, how do we not touch the 3 technique? I know it's a screen, Bubba. I know it's a screen. I know we're pulling the left guard to present power pass. I am well aware of everything that is going on right now in this play. But how on earth do we can't just not have the 3 technique get touched at all? I'm sorry. He blows up the entire play. 94 had a damn game. Who's 94 from Kentucky, Jonathan? Let's give him some love. Ugh, spraying it a little bit. He's spraying it a little bit. There's no doubt about it, okay? Even on the run a little bit.
Tavion Gadsden.
Where's Tavion from?
Savannah, Georgia.
Hell yeah. Where'd he go to school? Savannah Christian?
Jenkins.
Ooh. Oh, he's Savannah. Step up in the pocket. I like it. I like that we stepped up through the smoke. This is normally when we're at our best, and doink. Just kind of miss, man. I don't think we're very comfortable, obviously. It got to a point, man, where they were just picking on the left guard in pass protection. You know? I mean, it looks like the center gets beat here, but what they're really doing is knowing that 71's not getting back, okay? He's not getting back on the same level as the other guys. Look at this. We're already a good half a yard. I know I'm grabbing their feet, not their hats. But you can see there's a separation already being created right now, which is a problem considering the nose is working through this way. We got no chance as a Q. No chance. And here's the other reason why you're a real struggling offense right now, because you're built off, in my opinion, this is me when I think of Texas and Steve Sarkisian offense. Y'all are built out of the pistol. Y'all are built off of wide zone, and just like Missouri is. If they can't run wide zone, they're tough to. They're hard to. They struggle to score. It's because their play action pass department struggles. All of it struggles. The whole unit struggles when they can't run the ball, as most offenses do. But if you're not great at tackle, it's why Armand Membu was so key last year at Missouri. It's why your tackles at Texas last year were so key for your offense. It wasn't just pass protection, guys. Yeah, everybody, we need to pass block, but we have to get into 2nd and 2. That's the whole point of the system. The whole point of the system for everybody is to get into 2nd and 2 so we can hunt. If we can't get into 2nd and 2 because we can't reestablish the line of scrimmage at the point, it's just not going to happen for us, man. We're not going to run the ball. We're not going to be successful if we can't get guys off the line of scrimmage at the point of the attack. Now, I think this is on the quarterback, but I don't expect – this is what you're going to get the rest of the year. I think a lot of teams are going to heat you up. I think if Kentucky, who is a zone football team as long as we have known them, if Kentucky is blitzing you, manning you up, you're probably going to get it the rest of the year, or you're going to get a lot of it. All right, because they're not winning against it. They're not protecting, and they're not winning against man-to-man on the outside. Here they are. Here they get a win, but we can't get the ball completed because we can't beat the blitz. Guys, if we've got 6 in protection and they got 7 coming, or if we've got 5 in protection and they've got 6 coming, as a quarterback, we know we have to beat the blitz. They're going to get home. They're getting home right now if they rush forward. Don't really give a damn. So we better be able to get the ball out and accurate right here. I think we're working to the slant. We can't get it completed. He does a good job in terms of timing, beating the blitz. Number 3 is going to come free right here, as he should. They're rushing 6. We've got 5 in the protection, right? Back's getting out. We've got a slant working. So not on really the offensive line here, because they're working out to these 2 football players. We're leaving number 3 free. We've gone big 5, as we call it here on the network. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, number 3 is free. We got the back checking out. We've got the slant working in from the number 1 wide receiver. Okay, so number 3 is hot. Great job beating him with timing. Now let's get the ball completed. Let's go back and look at the receiver. Is this another one of those examples where we could help a young quarterback out? All right, should we make this play? No, probably not. That ball's a good 3 feet over, or a foot and a half over his hands. Just wanted to make sure we're doing everything we possibly can right now. Oh, man. By the way, every time I see him in empty with the H attached right here, when I see this, I am thinking quarterback run. I don't know. It's just what my body and my brain told me last night as I was watching it, and that's what it turned out to be. I don't know if it means that's what everybody else thinks, but I felt it in the game flow, because that's what you get when you watch all 22, Jonathan. You kind of get a feel of how the flow of the game is going without the TV copy, at least offensively, right? How play calls are being called, and you see the formations as you would from the box. And I'm thinking I would be calling down thinking quarterback run right about now. And that's what they look like they're playing to me, don't you? But here's the deal, man. I don't care who you block, tight end. Just block somebody. Now, I can't tell you how many times I've been in this situation as a football player. You come around on counter right here as the tight end, and he's going to see 2 guys, and he's not going to know which one to pick. Just pick one of them. Just pick one of them and hit somebody. Don't let them walk right by you. You know what I mean? Most likely, grab the most inward defender. Okay, so you should be here and allowing him to go beat the corner. I want a Texas fan to tell me, or maybe not a Texas fan, maybe a Texas coach watching this, or a Texas analyst, whoever's watching this from y'all's building that's going to report it to Catapult, whichever one it is. I need y'all to tell me, is he coached to float his drop like this? Because I don't know if we're supposed to be coaching guys to drop 3 steps all the way by the time they get to the top of their drop on 3 steps to be behind the right tackle. I don't think anybody coaches that. So I would consider this floating the drop. All right, and what am I talking about what the hell is he talking about floating the drop? You watch, ball's on the right hash. We're going to float that drop a good bit to our right. Now, the offensive line is working a 4-man slide this way. All right, we're one-on-one here. So maybe he is naturally floating, but I think we are taking that drop offset over to the right. Now, why does that matter? Because we have moved ourselves from a ball that was on the left hash to now outside of the left hash or the right hash. All right, and we're going to miss this football just a bit into our right. Or excuse me, just a bit inside. Saying soccer, dog. Man, trying to trap it with his foot. Now we're losing it nose down. Are we double tappy on the back foot? Kinda. I'm overcritical at this point. 3rd and 11. We have to call another screen because we can't really protect. And now our center falls down. And we probably could have a cutback lane. Wisner probably would make a great individual play. But, boink. Center falls down. Don't have enough for the free defenders outside. We're just not executing at all as an offense. At all. In terms of at a high rate. Nobody's making plays. Nobody's making blocks. Play 49 right here. I think it's a great job by number 12 and number 20 turning this damn play back in. Wait till you see this from the tight. All right. I think these guys know a little something, okay? Especially him. Watch his reaction. Watch him start to fight and get outside immediately. Boom. Okay. Now he knows if all my job is to leverage this ball. Same thing for you. My job is not to go make this tackle and make a -2. No, my job is to make sure this ball does not get outside. My job is to turn this sucker back in to all of these big boys whose job is to hunt, get east and west, and pursue the football. Great job. We've won. All right. All 3 of you. Maybe you probably outran it just a tad bit, but we're going to win because he's going to have to do this, and you're gonna see all the blue jerseys that are going to arrive. I mean, come on, that's football. That's how you leverage it, right? That's how you stop stretch and wide zone and stuff like that. Catch him in man-to-man again, Jonathan. Catch him in man-to-man. We got a great man-to-man beater out here. We got a switch release. We got a switch release. We're going to motion out there to create it. Okay? We're going to motion out there to create that switch release at the top of the screen. All right? And I think we got to put that ball on his face. Okay? We got a square in right here from number 0. I think it's DeAndre Moore. I think if we put this ball in his face, he might break that and score. Honest to God. Watch it from the tight. Y'all notice that there's nobody in the middle of the field left. Okay? Everybody see that? If he breaks this, ain't nobody here. Nobody. That's going to run the grass and score. Okay, so let's watch it from the tight. That's why ball placement is so important. Now, we have 2 defenders converging on the wide receiver, so we might want to protect him with a low ball. But you tell me, Jonathan. I know I'm being overcritical of a young quarterback right here, and it's a great job. We got the ball completed. But I think that if we put that ball on his face and make sure he's not falling down to feel as if he has to catch that ball, I think we got a chance to break that tackle and score. What do you think, Jonathan? I think we got space too. I told you I don't think they're good enough or as good as they were at tight end. I mean, 15's a good football player from Kentucky, don't get me wrong. But we're just throwing guys on the ground. Both of our tight ends end up on their face. Now, 88's working his butt off. He's trying to create somebody knocked down or get a knockdown. But that split zone action is just not good enough. Not good enough on short yardage. We got to put a hat on somebody, not a shoulder on somebody. I feel as if we are turning into contact right there, and that's not what we want. Is 81 a young player, Jonathan, on Texas's roster? I would imagine. That might be the kid from Calhoun. Hey, that's the last one I got from you, or for you, rather. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was a painful watch if you're a Texas fan, but there is room to grow, obviously, with a young roster, particularly at positions that you're getting beat at. You're getting beat right now at left guard. You're getting beat right now sometimes at quarterback. You're getting beat at other positions that I think you're relatively youthful. What do you got?
It's Nick Townsend. He's from Houston, Texas.
Is he a young player?
True freshman.
Okay, there you go. Hey, hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I love you. Bye.